Wake up.
Have you ever found yourself on a first date, that mix of excitement and nerves swirling in your stomach, only to have a nagging feeling that something isn't quite right? But what if that feeling is a warning sign of a toxic partner in disguise? So let's shine a light on the 10 signs that reveal a potential toxic partner right from the first date. Excessive flattery on a first date can feel suffocating, leaving a sticky residue of discomfort. While genuine compliments can be uplifting, an onslaught of flattery can feel insincere and overwhelming, like being trapped in a room filled with too many scented candles. By inundating you with compliments, your date may be seeking to disarm your defenses and gain your trust, laying the groundwork for future manipulation. Overly intense eye contact can feel like a spotlight shining directly on you, amplifying every imperfection and vulnerability. It creates an atmosphere of unease, as if your date is trying to assert dominance or gain the upper hand in the interaction. While genuine interest can be conveyed through attentive eye contact, there's a fine line between engaging and overpowering. Healthy eye contact involves a mutual exchange of gazes, with both parties respecting each other's personal boundaries and comfort levels. But when one person maintains unbroken eye contact for extended periods, it can feel like an invasion of privacy, leaving you feeling exposed. It's a sign of potential power dynamics that could spell trouble down the line. After all, you deserve a date who sees you as an equal partner, not a target to be dissected under their scrutinizing gaze. One moment they're laughing and joking, and the next they're withdrawn and distant, leaving you feeling like you've stepped into an emotional minefield. Fluctuating emotions are like taking a ride on a roller coaster, thrilling one moment, stomach churning the next. Communication breakdowns, disagreements, unexpected challenges, these are all part and parcel of any partnership. If your date can't handle the emotional roller coaster of a first meeting without losing their footing, it doesn't bode well for the future. While experiencing emotions on a first date is normal and even expected, it's essential to pay attention to how your date manages and expresses them. So if you find yourself on a date with someone whose emotions are erratic and unpredictable, take heed and proceed with caution. It's not just a case of nerves or jitters. It's a sign that this person may not have the emotional stability or maturity to handle a relationship. You ask about their hobbies, their family, their dreams for the future, but instead of opening up and sharing, your date deflects and dances around every personal question you throw their way. Avoidance of personal questions is like a big blinking warning sign that says proceed with caution. It's natural to have some boundaries when you're getting to know someone new, but consistent evasion of personal topics suggests your date has something to hide, or perhaps they're just not ready to let you in past a certain point. If your date can't or won't open up and share themselves with you, how can you ever hope to build a meaningful connection? It's like trying to build a house without laying the foundation. Sooner or later, the whole thing is going to come crashing down. During a first date, impatience or irritability might manifest as your date displaying frustration or annoyance in response to small setbacks. Maybe it's the long wait for your table at the restaurant or the traffic on the way to the movie theater. Suddenly, their impatience turns into frustration, and you're left feeling like you're walking on eggshells. Let's face it, nobody wants to spend time with someone who's constantly on edge or easily agitated. It's like trying to navigate a minefield of moods, never knowing when the next explosion might happen. We all have our moments of frustration, but consistent irritability is a warning sign that shouldn't be ignored. Think about it. If your date can't handle minor inconveniences without blowing a fuse, how will they handle the inevitable challenges that come with a relationship? When your date starts throwing around disrespectful language, whether it's belittling jokes or offensive remarks, it's like a bucket of ice water on the flame of potential romance. Who wants to spend time with someone who can't even bother to be respectful? Whether they're aiming it at you, others around you, or entire groups of people, it's a neon sign flashing toxic alert. We all deserve to be treated with kindness and respect, especially from someone we're considering letting into our lives. So if you catch wind of disrespectful language on that first date, don't brush it off. It's not just a bad joke or a slip of the tongue, it's a window into their character. And if that window shows a lack of respect, it might be time to close the door on that date and find someone who knows how to speak your language, the language of respect. A lack of accountability on a first date can feel like stumbling into a maze with no exit, frustrating, disorienting, and ultimately leading nowhere. While we all make mistakes and face challenges in life, it's how we own up to them and learn from them that defines our character and integrity. If they can't admit when they're wrong or apologize for their mistakes, it sets the stage for a pattern of blame shifting and conflict down the line. So if you find yourself on a date with someone who's allergic to accountability, it's a red flag waving frantically in the wind, warning you of potential stormy weather ahead. Interrupting or talking over you on a first date can feel like a slap in the face, undermining your confidence and leaving you feeling unheard and invalidated. It's not just a matter of rudeness, it's a blatant disregard for your thoughts, feelings, and contributions to the conversation. But here's the thing, healthy communication is a two-way street built on a foundation of mutual respect and active listening. When someone consistently interrupts or talks over you, it sends a clear message that they're more interested in hearing themselves speak than in engaging with you as an equal partner. You deserve a partner who values your voice, not someone who bulldozes over your thoughts and feelings. Excessive bragging on a first date can feel like sitting through a never-ending infomercial. While it's natural to want to share your accomplishments with others, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. When someone spends more time singing their own praises than engaging with you as a person, it sends a clear message that they're more interested in impressing you than connecting with you on a deeper level. It's like trying to have a conversation with a walking resume. Whether it's insisting on a specific restaurant, a particular activity, or a rigid timeline, it feels like you're being steamrolled into following their script with no room for input or compromise. Instead of finding common ground, they're more focused on asserting dominance and getting their way. An unwillingness to compromise on plans on a first date can feel like being trapped in a straitjacket, suffocating any sense of spontaneity. While it's natural to have preferences and expectations, healthy relationships thrive on flexibility and mutual decision-making. There's no such thing as a perfect partner. It's about finding someone whose imperfections complement yours. And sometimes, it takes a few more dates to spot a potential toxic partner. After all, everyone has their bad days. Now it's your turn. Have you encountered any off-putting signs on a first date? Share your experiences in the comments below. Hit subscribe, join our community, and together, let's illuminate the world with the brilliance of understanding. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.